Today we're checking out that Patriot Powder system from Chem-X. This is their powdered version of their classic Stars and Stripes, the two-step touchless truck wash system. Today I got a little dirty Tahoe in the driveway. We'll check that out in a minute, but first, let's turn you around. We gotta get this mixed up because you want the powders. They were originally designed to be diluted in 5-gallon pails. So mixing them in the foam cannon, you got to give them a few minutes to mix down. Bob got the excellent packaging as always. Let's see if we can work our labels off. Maybe I should have opened this before the video. That just adds to the excitement. Glove up before you handle this stuff. This is powdered version, so concentrated chemicals here. Definitely don't want to get that on your skin and have the water activate it. That would lead some not good things. But as you can see, it comes with both the stars and the stripes and a nice little 3D printed shovel, which is epic, that Bob makes in-house because all the other scoops he looked into sucks. So he had to make his own, which is amazing. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but basically one scoop is kind of medium strength to light strength, and 2 scoops is the kind of more heavier duty, full-on stars and stripes action. But he originally made this to fill 5-gallon pails, to have a ready-to-use formula of stars and stripes in the big 5-gallon buckets. But this is perfect for like me, who in the garage setting doesn't have a lot of space. So I actually just did a lot of cleaning out, reduced my space over there. Got the heavy-duty ready to use. Kind of see it there. But I don't have a lot of space, so having these two, I don't do a lot of super dirty vehicles either, so having these two in powdered versions, I can have them around for when, you know, the work truck comes in or the extra dirty farm truck comes in, and I can blast them with the stars and stripes, but it's not taking up that much space, and it should last a really long time being powdered version. So I think that's just excellent for kind of the garage detailers. This is an excellent thing to you're going to have around. Let's see if I can scoop this without making a mess with one hand. It's kind of hard to get the scoop in and out with one hand. You know what? Let's just put you down right here where you can still see the action, but I can effectively get a scoop. So we'll do 1, and then we will do 2. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the shovel down, get the stripes off of there, and as you can see, the water's starting to turn red. Now we're going to do the stars side. You use both of these chemicals in order, stars first, then stripes. Look at that beautiful blue. We're doing 2 scoops of both. That was kind of a half scoop. Let me get a little extra in there. A little extra never hurt nobody. Oh, and you can stir with the shovel as well. So you can put that in there. Give it a good stir. Now, I don't want this to knock the, I don't want to neutralize it before we get to work. So kind of clean your shovel off a little bit, knock as much with the other one off. Probably should have wiped it with a paper towel, but whatever. You can see a lot of powder going on. So like I said, we're going to give this a couple minutes to do its thing. Clean the shovel off. Just snaps back on there. Just throw away all our junk. While that's marinating, let's go ahead and show you what we got going on with Tahoe out here. So we'll do a couple different sections. First, the front. We'll see how it handles the bugs. And you can see they look like they've been stuck on there a pretty good while. So we'll see how it handles that. And then we'll move over to the side panel here, and it's got some real good stuff. Real good stuff. You can see this. I mean, this has been there a minute. The runs, that, I don't know, that's been there a minute. But you can see it's got some good traffic film caked on there. So good test on the side panel here. We can do a wheel and tire. See how it cleans the rubber and our wheel here. And then we got the back. And you know that back is always the dirtiest part, especially for a big vehicle like the Tahoe here, where it has that flinging up all the good stuff right on the back here, back glass, back hatch. Again, it's got them drips. So you can tell it hasn't been washed in a minute. So kind of a perfect test to test out these new Patriot powders. We're gonna give the real feedback of what's going on. So let me turn you around, let's see how it's looking at. Let's go ahead and put this on here. So these first batches and run of the Patriot powders, he's really looking for a lot of feedback to see how they do, that kind of deal. You can see, oh, this foam cannon. This is a cheap foam cannon from Amazon. It was like 10 bucks. Had it around for a little while now. I think I reviewed it last summer. That's kind of the only clear one I got. So I wanted to see how long it takes for the powders to break down. This is the new quiver foam cannon from our friend Josh V. Doing his thing with the quiver brand. Give that a good shake. So we can see, I think it's breaking down pretty effectively and fast in the foam cannon. And this tube has a little filter on it. Oh, you can see it kind of chunked up a little bit on our filter. So we'll see when we run it how it affects it. Man, this thing must be cracked. Oh yeah, it is cracked. When did that happen? Should still work. Hopefully. This one shouldn't crack on you for quite some time. You've seen all the drop tests we did in the last video, that kind of deal. So this one, I think, well, we've had this for 6 to 8 months. Might be a full year at this point, but definitely cracking on the top for some reason. Probably just the temperature changes. But Stars and Stripes. This is my first time using the Stars and Stripes system, because, you know, I didn't want to have kind of 2 big old gallons of soaps to use at the same time, just having around the shop. So again, the powder version makes a whole lot of sense, and I think it's gonna make it a lot more accessible to detailers like me, kind of out of the home garage setting. Save some space. We'll see how effective it is. Star is locked and loaded. Let's see what we got. Oh, didn't turn the pressure washer on. Big fail, big fail. Oh, running this with an AR Blue 630 if you're new to the channel. So not the biggest, but not the smallest pressure washer, you know, kind of right in the middle. But should give us some good foam, that kind of deal. Give it 2 passes. Now I'm gonna go swap out for the stripes. Stripes in the quiver foam cannon. The quiver foam cannon, again, can't get this stuff to foam. I don't know what can. All right, let's check it out. Right over to the top with the 2-step system. Oh yeah, it's foaming pretty good in the quiver foam cannon. So, if you're new to the Chem-X line, how this system works is we just did the acid step first with Stars, and then we just went over it with the higher alkaline stripes, and that should effectively shock the dirt, the bugs, whatever's on the surface, brings it down to a neutral pH, so it makes it actually pretty safe, even though these are 2 powerful ingredients. And now everything should rinse off, so let's check it out. Proper technique, top to bottom, bottom to top. Oh yeah, it's cutting through some stuff. Definitely should probably put the lance on. You're gonna have a better time. Not get all wet. Let me do that. Let me go get the lance. So instead of stubby mode, I'm gonna put the lance in like Bob does it, because that's the smart way to do it. All right, back to it. Now you can get real up in there without the splashback. All up in this grill. All right, let me bring you in so you can see it. Let's see if we can get some good action shots here so you can see how kind of clean it got. Here we go. Now, those bugs are stuck on there. That might be rust spots. What is that? Jeez. All right. So I'd say it knocked about 75%, 80% of stuff off. We got some real stuck on stuff there. Like, what is that? Is that just an itch? I think that's, no, it's coming off. Look at it. A little agitation, it popped off. I think that's like a rust spot or something. This bumper needs some work, but you can see there's like etchings. Like that's an itch. You hear that though? Surface is squeaky clean. It's a squeaking. All right, let's move over to the dirty door panel, and I'll set you up again, and we'll foam it down and see how we can knock off some stuff on this side. Star is locked and loaded. And stripes. So as you can see, super thick foam we're getting with R2 foam cannons here. Definitely with the quiver foam cannon. Super, super thick. So that's awesome. Wow, you can see that dirt right there. Definitely affected that. That was pretty cool. All right, let's get you back in first person mode. So, you can definitely tell it's working on the surface. Let's flip you around. Look at that. You can see the stuff it's pulling down by itself. And yes, I know you're supposed to be rinsing already, but I'm enjoying the process here. And when you can see it kind of working, then you know it kind of works. All right, here we go. You can kind of see the difference there through the foam. We're going from there to there. Still got that staining. That might just be something a polish would have to knock off though. So when you're doing this, you definitely want to keep a nice, steady pattern, overlapping. bottom to top, nice and steady. There you go. That's definitely a big improvement. Now down here we still got that nasty staining. Let's see if we can rub that off. Kind of like we did the bug etching in the front. Yeah, if we went over with a wash mitt it would be much better, but still, you can still see it even scrubbing it. That's on there. All this nasty staining under here. That's some bad stuff. But if you see this door panel, from this door panel, much cleaner now in the front. I'll set you up and do a wheel and tire. There's stripes going on. All right, let's see what we've got going on. Oh, look, brought back some hydrophobics on the window. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah. So, definitely needs a good scrubbing on the wheel steel. But knocked a good chunk of it off, especially right here. I mean, this was destroyed. You can still see the tar. It's not gonna get tar. But rather than the tar, it did a pretty good job. All right, we got the stars and the foam cannon on the back here. As you can see, it's super dirty. Stripes locked and loaded. You can see the melting process begin once that stripes hits the surface. I mean, it's definitely moving some filth. Look at it coming out the cracks. So stuff's definitely happening. Look at it, look at there. Oh yeah. All right, let's give it the rinse. Woo! Come back on you back here. I mean, there's stuff just coming out of cracks. This thing has held dirt for who knows how long. See how it cleans the glass. The glass was super dirty. There you go. I mean, you can't say that's definitely not, I mean, 80% cleaner right there. You can still see the embedded contamination back here. I mean, this could use a clay. You can see the iron deposits and stuff, but just dirt in general. I mean, it looks pretty clean. You see even inside the emblems. Down here. Nice. I'd say it did a darn good job. All right, so far so good with the Patriot powders. I'm gonna foam this whole other side of the vehicle, get it all touchless style washed, and then maybe we'll have some fun with a little snake oil to wrap this video up. So same on this side, like these rust. I don't know what's oozing out of this trim, but it is staining the mess out of these side panels. But other than that, I mean, it came out pretty good. You can see it restored some hydrophobics on whatever kind of protection was on here. Back, I was very impressed with how it knocks bunch of crap off back there. Still some tar. So I got some BDE here. It's designated to kind of fix this tar up for you. Makes the dirtiest areas of the vehicle much easier job to handle. As you can see, it breaks down. Breaks it down real quick and fast like. And tar is just a different animal when it comes to trying to do it touchless. Generally not happening, but as you can see, a little wipe, it's gone. Clean it up with our jobber towel. We'll come back and rinse this area real good, and you see big improvement. I wonder if BDE can tackle this kind of area here. No. To see, this is like, would have to be polished, compound and polished out, because this is just stained up. So nothing, no soap is getting rid of this. I mean, if BDE ain't doing it, it's got tar remover, kind of delaminine tar removing action in it. If it can't get it, then nothing's really getting it. So we're gonna do a little cheat code with the Stay Strong Detail Spray. We got our snake oil already on there, so we're gonna use this to add a super amount of lubrication to our towel and to help us pick up anything we might have left behind from the touchless wash. Because this is also a phenomenal waterless wash as well. So I'm just gonna soak down the whole Tahoe, the old kid hauler here for Grammy, and we're gonna wash it right, the lazy man way. Using the goat drying towel, and boom, easy peasy. So now you see water, and now you don't. What I like about the goat too is it's kind of got this plush twist loop, so nooks and crannies like that right there, we're able to just get in there and get it dry. So it gives you a higher chance of less drips after a wash. So the results after the wash, it's looking pretty good. Actually, the bugs were softened up, where if they were kind of etched and stained into the paint, drying towel and that Stay Strong combo kind of knocked them off. So pretty easy cleanup. You can see here where they etched into the mirror. There's a lot of polishing that will need to be done on this vehicle. Like I said, the staining, you can see it didn't budge still. But man, if you want a fast way to get the kid hauler all clean on a Sunday, Saturday evening, lickety split, address the tar with BDE, I would start with that, knock that off. Stars and Stripes, actually I would recommend just getting Old Glory. Old Glory, one step, makes it a little easier. It is a little cumbersome with two foam cannons switching back and forth. So Old Glory it, knock it off. But Stars and Stripes did work, everybody. A little Stay Strong Detail Spray to act as our kind of waterless wash drying aid lubricant. Teamed it up with the goat drying towel, thicker than a Snickers, safe for anybody to use. And that's I mean, look at the results. That's a pretty effective way, like I said, to get the kid haulers clean. Probably not your, you know, personal vehicles you like I wouldn't do this to a Telluride, but white Tahoe for Grammy, definitely get the job done on a Saturday evening real quick like. A little snake oil help you dry a little bit before, to put that base layer of protection before the Stay Strong, and you're gonna have a good time. Everybody, Stars and Stripes Patriot Powders, a pretty nifty, inventive way to do it. So maybe I still keep these around, like I said, for the dirtier vehicles. This is supposed to be, you know, the 1-2 heavy hit and punch, a little bit stronger than Old Glory. But these take up so little space, it doesn't hurt to have these sitting around. Powder mixing, as you saw, did take about 5 minutes for it to mix up in the foam cans before we were ready to foam. But you get that set up, you do everything else, turn the pressure washer on, that kind of deal, and you shouldn't have any problems. For shops, this is a big, big win. You order this, you order the empty buckets, you have ready to go Stars and Stripes on deck. That's fantastic. We used a little bit of that snake oil to knock the standing water off the Tahoe. This foam cannon is donezo, so into the trash it goes. But the quiver foam cannon is not donezo, it's just getting started. So get that over at the house. You actually get all this at the house. Let's flip you around. Chem-X is live, so we got the snake oil. Patriot Powders is on the way, but we got the liquid Stars and Stripes. We got Old Glory ready to go. Got the quiver foam can over there. Of course, the Stay Strong Detail Spray for a good cause. All that and more over at the house. So Bob, Patriot Powder. So far, it kind of depends if you got the extra time to mix them in the foam cannons directly, or if you want the 5 gallons of RTU Stars and Stripes available to you. Depends how you want to do your setup, but I love the idea of the powder versions. Easier to ship, less shipping, less weight. I can put them in any of my cabinets. This isn't gonna take up a lot of space, and they're just really freaking cool with the shovel, the labels, the packaging. That's all we got for this one, everybody. See you on the next one.